Welcome to the land of the pharaohs. Today we embark on an epic journey through ancient Egypt, one of the most fascinating civilizations in history. Welcome to the land of pharaohs, where the sun rises on one of the most fascinating civilizations in human history, ancient Egypt. A civilization that gave birth to monumental pyramids, mysterious tombs, and a legacy that echoes through the ages. Join us on a journey through time as we unravel the complete history of Egypt's ancient civilization. Egypt's story begins with the lifeblood of the Nile. Around 5000 BC, the river attracted early settlers who cultivated the land and laid the foundations of what would become one of history's greatest civilizations. The Nile wasn't just a river, it was the force that shaped Egypt's destiny, providing fertile soil, water, and a means of transport. The daily life of ancient Egyptians was rich and varied, shaped by their geography, culture, and belief. 1. Social structure. Pharaoh. At the top of society, the pharaoh was considered a god-king responsible for maintaining ma'at, order and balance. Nobles and priests. Nobles managed lands and resources, while priests conducted religious ceremonies and maintained temples. Artisans and merchants, skilled workers created goods, while merchants traded both locally and with distant lands. Farmers and laborers. The majority were farmers who worked the fertile land along the Nile, especially during inundation when the river flooded. 2. Housing. Architecture. Houses were typically made of mud bricks, with flat roofs and small windows. Wealthier families had larger homes with more rooms and courtyards. Furniture. Simple furniture included wooden benches, stools, and low tables. Beds were often just a mat or a simple frame. Food and drink. Diet. The diet mainly consisted of bread, beer, onions, fish, and vegetables. Wealthier families enjoyed more variety, including meat and sweet. Beer. A staple in the diet, beer was consumed by all social classes and often served in large clay jars. 4. Clothing. Attire. Egyptians wore linen garments, which were suitable for the hot climate. Men typically wore kilts, while women wore long dresses. Jewelry was common among the wealthy. Cosmetics. Both men and women used cosmetics, including kohl for eye makeup, which also had practical benefits, like protection from the sun. 5. Education and writing. Literacy. Education was primarily for boys from wealthy families, focusing on reading, writing, mathematics, and religious texts. Writing hieroglyphics were used for formal inscriptions, while hieratic script was used for everyday writing. 6. Religion and festivals. Daily worship. Daily life revolved around religious practices, including offerings to household gods and rituals to honor the god. Festivals. Egyptians celebrated numerous festivals, often involving feasting, music, dancing, and processions. 7. Work and economy. Agriculture. The agricultural calendar was crucial with planting, harvesting, and flooding cycles. Farmers relied heavily on the Nile for irrigation. Trade. Egyptians traded goods like papyrus, linen, and grain for items such as gold, silver, and exotic materials from other regions. 8. Family life. Structure. Families were typically nuclear, with a strong emphasis on lineage. Marriages were often arranged, and polygamy was practiced among the wealthy. Children. Children were valued, and families engaged in play and education. Boys were prepared for trades or government roles, while girls often learned domestic skills. 9. Health and medicine. Healthcare. Ancient Egyptians practiced medicine using natural remedies, spells, and prayers. They had a good understanding of anatomy from embalming practices. Hygiene. Bathing was common, and cleanliness was emphasized in daily life, especially in religious context. 10. Arts and leisure. Craftsmanship. Art was integral to life, with intricate jewelry, pottery, and wall paintings depicting daily life and religious themes. Recreation. Egyptians enjoyed music, dance, board games, and hunting, often participating in communal activities during festivals. Ancient Egypt's story is one of unity and grandeur, beginning with the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt by the first pharaoh, Narmer. When Upper and Lower Egypt were unified by the legendary king Narmer, this marked the beginning of the early dynastic period. As we journey through the Old Kingdom, we encounter the monumental age of the pyramid. During this era, Egyptians built the first step pyramids, like the one at Saqqara, designed by the architect Imhotep. Fast forward to the Old Kingdom, where the pharaohs built monuments that would stand the test of time. The Great Pyramid of Giza, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, was constructed as a grand tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. The Great Pyramid of Giza stood as a testament to engineering prowess and religious devotion. But behind the stones lies a tale of labor, mystery, and the afterlife beliefs that fueled this massive undertaking. Imhotep's design was revolutionary, paving the way for the more complex pyramids of the Old Kingdom. Enter the Old Kingdom, often called the Age of the Pyramids. It was here that Egypt's most iconic structures were built. But Egypt was not just about monumental architecture. This period also saw the flourishing of arts, culture, and religion. Gods like Ra, Osiris, and Isis played crucial roles in daily life. Following the Old Kingdom came the first intermediate period, a time of political instability and fragmentation. Yet, it was also a period of profound transformation and the emergence of new regional powers. The Middle Kingdom saw the construction of impressive temples and the expansion of trade networks. The Middle Kingdom, often referred to as the Golden Age, witnessed cultural blossoming and territorial expansion. Trade flourished, the arts and literature thrived, and remarkable advancements in architecture occurred. But with prosperity came challenges. Invaders from the Hyksos disrupted peace. Explore how the Egyptians adapted and ultimately emerged victorious, reclaiming their sovereignty. Pharaohs like Mentuhotep II and Senusret III were pivotal in revitalizing Egypt's power and influence. This was also a time when literature flourished, with works like The Tale of Sinuhe, reflecting the complexities of Egyptian life and values. As the Middle Kingdom waned, Egypt entered the Second Intermediate Period, marked by the invasion of the Hyksos, who introduced new technologies and cultural elements to Egypt. However, the native Egyptians eventually expelled the Hyksos, setting the stage for a new era of glory. Welcome to the New Kingdom, Egypt's most prosperous and powerful period. This era saw the rise of legendary pharaohs like Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Ramses II. Pharaohs of this era built magnificent temples and monuments, like the colossal statues of Ramses II at Abu Simbel, and pushed Egypt to its zenith. Akhenaten's brief departure from traditional polytheism and the discovery of Tutankhamun's nearly intact tomb provide fascinating insights into the complexities of Egyptian religion and politics. A period of imperial expansion and unmatched glory. Iconic figures like Hatshepsut, the female pharaoh who defied gender norms, and Ramses II, known as the Greatest Pharaoh, led monumental military campaigns. But it's not all battles and glory. Delve into the mystery surrounding Tutankhamun, the boy king whose tomb revealed untold treasures and ancient curses. No civilization lasts forever. As we reach the end of our journey, we witness the decline of ancient Egypt, internal strife, foreign invasions, and shifting power dynamics led to a gradual loss of sovereignty. Yet, the legacy of Egypt endures. Its influence shaping cultures and civilizations worldwide. Ancient Egypt remains one of the most captivating chapters in human history, filled with innovation, cultural richness, and enduring mysteries. As we stand amidst the remnants of this great civilization, we are reminded of our shared past and the lessons it imparts. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling exploration. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment about what fascinates you most about ancient Egypt.